This morning we're talking about shopping with the doc. You've got one tomorrow night that's already full, but Dr. Kevin, you've set another one up for a week from tonight, next Wednesday night.
Next Wednesday night, correct. And so a few simple tips, things we're going to talk about is, the first thing is whenever you're making your plate, before you eat dinner or before you eat a meal, whenever you're making your plate, try to have your plate half vegetables and 1/4 protein with every meal.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know people are going, well, wait, that doesn't add up to 100% of my plate. There's a quarter left. Well, guess what? That quarter's blank. Leave that quarter empty. And that'll do wonders for you. You know, smaller portions are such a big deal. And sometimes, people say, I don't like vegetables. And I just find that so impossible to believe. So there are literally thousands of different types of vegetables, cooked hundreds of thousands of different ways, and you don't like any of those. It's kind of like an excuse to me. So eat something green. I don't care what it is. Eat more plant-based foods, and I'm going to show you some recipes at Shop with the Doc that are amazing for vegetables. And I'm somewhat of I like messing around in the kitchen, so a lot of these are my recipes that I've come up with over the days, and really amazing food. So I'm on a mission to show people that healthy food does not have to be bland, boring, and expensive. And that's the first thing that pops into people's mind. And it does not have to be that way. I'm going to cover some healthy spices. There's about 12 spices that we're going to go over that do things like lower your blood pressure, control your blood sugar.
I used your favorite one last night.
What was that?
Your favorite one.
Turmeric?
Turmeric.
Yeah, very good. That's one
all
of my
my
favorites.
vegetables. I steamed some vegetables last night.
And then we're going to talk about protein sources, and that's so important as well. You should eat lots of lean protein, things like organic free-range chicken, Alaskan wild-caught salmon, venison, and grass-fed beef, and we'll talk about the importance of those. Most people do not understand the difference between beef and grass-fed beef, but it is night and day. Grass-fed beef has as many heart-healthy omega-3 fatty acids as salmon does. So everybody's heard how healthy salmon is.
Yeah.
Well, grass-fed beef has the same thing. Feedlot beef has high in inflammatory, heart-clogging omega-6 fats because they're fed corn.
Because of their diet.
Right. So what you ate makes a big difference. So what did that animal eat makes a difference of how healthy or unhealthy the meat is.
And how it tastes.
Exactly. And so also feedlot beef, of course, is pumped full of antibiotics and hormones and medication and who knows what else. And so do you realize that 80% of the world's antibiotics are used in the livestock and food industry and not in medication? 80% of the world's antibiotics.
That's scary.
And in some countries, like in Thailand and Vietnam and in where a lot of this seafood, like this tilapia and all that comes from, these antibiotics many times have been banned in the United States. They're not suitable for human consumption, yet they pour them in the tilapia farms to try to keep the fish from dying because the water they live in is so unhealthy. And so the source, where you source things, is very important. So seafood that's a product from Thailand or product from China or Vietnam, skip it. I'm going to go through all of that, and some good Louisiana Gulf shrimp is actually the cleanest shrimp out there. So don't get the imported stuff, get the local
homegrown stuff.
Yeah, get the homegrown stuff. And so what happens with all this antibiotic use in our food supply is now we get bacteria or antibacterial resistant bacteria. So that makes them resistant, and that's where you get this MRSA and staph and strep and all these things come from. So over time, they've sort of gotten resistant to antibiotics. So eat healthy food, not fed corn, not given drugs, free range or grass fed whenever possible. And we're gonna go. We have so many things like this we're gonna go over tomorrow night. I'm really excited about it, and then next Wednesday as well. So it's called Shop with the Doc. We've done these in the past, and I haven't had time to do them in a while. We're bringing them back. Super excited about it. It's going to be at Whole Foods in the little cafe area. And so if you want to call and register for this, you can call the office and try to get into the one that's going to be next week. The one tomorrow night I'm pretty sure is full. I'm sure we'll have a waiting list. If we have some cancellations, you might be able to get into that one as well. But if you want to talk to my staff about this, you can call 837-7174 to get on the waiting list. This is such a fun little time. And then after we have the class, what we do is I'm actually going to bring the whole group aisle to aisle. we'll start in the vegetables. We'll walk through aisle to aisle, picking up items, reading food labels, teaching the whole group about what each one of those labels actually means. And also, I'll be able to show you some of the tricks that the food companies do, like what the front of the box says versus what the food label says, and I'll show you things to watch for that. So it's going to be a fun little time.
Valuable information if you're trying to get healthy and remain healthy.
Exactly.
Shop with the Doc. You can call Brian Health and Wellness. Also, check out their Facebook page because you post stuff on there frequently. Brian Health and Wellness on Facebook.
Yeah,
as
the
well.
Facebook's the Bryant Wellness Institute.